Hey, I just wanted to do a quick video on my snowplow and cab setup on a Uforce 1000. On the forum there was a guy that did something similar to what I was thinking, and I just figured I'd show here what I came up with. I looked at the factory doors, and I almost bought them, but I couldn't get them right away, and wasn't sure if I loved how they look in the half door setup with the shoulder bolster. So I ended up buying these half doors. I just think that's what the Uforce, it looks right with those. So I made these upper out of Lexan. I have the dirt specialty doors. I would, if you're gonna do this, I wouldn't get the dirt specialty doors. This is why. I didn't realize this till I started making it. It really, I don't know if you can see, it really lowers down when you open it. So when I made these uppers, I couldn't attach the window, at least the way I built them. So I had to do them separate like this. So I just added a longer tab with some heat shrink, and it grabs and closes fine. So it's solid, but not the greatest with that setup. I would have rather had them one piece, but it works. The only way they're attached, I did this back panel. There's a riv nut into here with a bolt, one bolt there, and then I used the mount on this cage, not sure what it's for, and I just drilled a hole. I don't know if you can see. There's a threaded spot there on the cage, and I just I drilled a 3/4 inch hole so you can get a 10mm socket in there. And then I got a little cap there for it, but 2 bolts and it comes out. So that's what I wanted, something real easy to take off. I did the heat shrink around the latch there, like I saw the one guy on YouTube do. That did help a little. And I used various weather stripping. I used the kind that clamps on, or it slides on with the bulb there, they call it. That kind of finishes off your edge if you're not perfect. And I also did weather steel that sticks on around here, which time will tell how that'll hold. It's pretty sticky, but we'll see. I also ran it along the cage on the inside. You can see that the weather strip seals it up. I also did where the hinge meets. So this is the hinge on the dirt specialty doors. There's a gap there. I used the weather strip that seals that up. I did the hinge area on my uppers. Oh, also for hinges, I used similar to what they use on the dirt specialties super ATV doors. 2-part weld on. I got them off Amazon or something. They work okay. I mounted them backwards, like one upside down, so you can't get them off. I did consider doing them like a gate, welding them on like a gate so you could lift it off, but I didn't want them falling off. And 2 bolts, you can take it off anyways. I also ran weather strip around the doors, which seals up pretty decent. Nope. Seals up okay around the bottom. You can see there are definitely still some holes, but it's pretty decent. The main hole is right there in the front, so I did put some foam there, but it's not too bad. When you're plowing snow, you don't even notice it. If you get going 30-40 miles an hour down the road, you'll feel a couple drafts, but you know, it's solid. It's quiet. I also did this on the inside of the aluminum panel. I did this it's like Dynamat, but I got black so it wasn't so shiny. I also did around the backs of the cab, which helps. I did under the dash. Helped get rid of some of the drone. It's still not quiet, but it's better for sure. For the latch, well, also the handle, this is just a calf collar, similar to a dog collar, just a little thicker. bolted that, so you got something to grab a hold of to shut it for the latch, because there's no way to get to it. I did the same thing. I have the strap, and it just sticks out like that, and you open it. Works good. I didn't attach it here because I'd heard of the other guy there said tree branches would catch, because I thought about making it longer, but that way nothing can catch on it. The mirrors work. You just have to run them out straight like that instead of normally you'd run them back. But they're not quite as nice that way, but they work fine. It's basically it for the doors. If I were to do it again with the half doors, I think the Super ATV are better because they don't drop so much like these. They're not, the hinges aren't angled. They would be better. They're $200 more than the Dirt Specialty doors, and I didn't see any reason why they needed to be. These are solid doors for half doors, but if I were to do it again, I would get the Rival doors, which they're one piece. So it would have made it, not sure exactly how it would have been, but it would have been, everything would have been one piece, but I'm not sure how that would open either. Basically, the Rival doors are, that's all one piece. Looking back, I'm probably doing it again. I am fairly happy with these. They're okay. I probably would have just bought the factory doors and waited, and that's $2,000, but I think it probably would have been worth it. I can show you the rest of the cab here. I have the 3-star windshield, which when I ordered this, or when I got it from the dealer, I had him put a windshield on it and then the black glass, but I didn't really know I was getting this. I thought I was getting the factory one, but I got this one, the 2-piece with the vent. I wouldn't have picked it. I guess it'll be nice in the summer. I can pop the top off. I had to, because these were originally mounted with Velcro straps, so I actually got this bracket. I don't know if you can see it. It's for a Ranger or a Defender with this style cage, and it just grabs, and then you just have a hand nut on the outside, and then I just bolted it through on the top in 2 spots, and then also the windshield wiper in the middle bolts through, and that holds it. So 2 bolts, windshield wiper, and 2 hand nuts, because the Velcro straps would have been in the way from this ceiling. I have the hand windshield wiper, works good for whatever it was, 20 bucks. Happy with that. I also did the Polaris Ranger shifter, which worked. I got rid of my remote that you plug in, and I wired it to that solid. It took a little figuring out. But I just wired it direct. The colors aren't the same, so it's actually opposite of what you'd think, but I played around with it and got it to work. So you're just up and down is right there. You can also do the angle if you have the power angle. But that was, I believe the shaft is a similar size. I took the acorn nut that comes on that's on the shifter, the Cfmoto shifter, and I kind of pressed that into this shifter, and it presses right in there snug, and you just twist it on. And the wire is run. I used some heavy duty heat shrink around the shaft, and I also, this is a little ugly, I used a utility knife for now. I just did this yesterday because it was kind of tight with the wire, so that gives me a little more room to shift. I also got rid of that little triangle. You have a triangle on the neutral. You just gotta be mindful when you're going from forward to reverse, so you're not just slamming it, but shifts a lot nicer. And it's just for plowing, you're just one hand, it's real nice. The plow, I have the KFI open trail. This is what the dealer put on it. I don't think it's gonna last very long the way I plow. I just kind of feel I'm gonna probably bend it. Well, time will tell. It's only been used for this winter so far, which is, we're in February, so since early January, a couple times in December. I did the strap on the stock winch works good. I broke a cable like the third time I plowed, and the reason was I flipped this this one had wore out and it wasn't even pivoting. So I don't think this is the greatest fair lead, but really probably needs some sort of, be nice if it had some sort of grease fitting, but I flipped it over and this is working pretty good so far. Just a toe strap, and let's see, I think it pushes plenty. You don't need studded tires or snow tires. I think if you did have studded tires, then you would really break this plow because you'd be able to push too much. I think the Uforce pushes probably more than this plow can really handle. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I came up with. So I do have the Inferno heater. I ordered that. So that'll be here in hopefully this week. But even without it, just plowing snow, it's it's not bad really. I get the Inferno in there. I think she'll be real nice. Oh, I mounted the Lexan. I actually did riv nuts into the actually, I didn't tell you too, this is 1/2-inch conduit, so it's very light. It's welded. I bent it at the top with just a conduit bender, and then I did these riv nuts. It's okay. They're kind of a pain to get everything lined up. One of them actually spun on me, but that's how it's mounted. So you can't actually remove, if you break the glass, you can, just take the screws out and then cut a new one, rethread it. And yeah, let's see. You gotta make sure. Yeah, that's what I don't like. You gotta kind of line it up, but once it shuts, it's sturdy. So that's what it looks like. I got this is the 3-star rear window. Did the same thing with the hand nut bracket and then bolts on the top. I also ran the weather strip around that rather than the foam that they had. So that's what I got. Seems to be working pretty good. So all right, that's it.